All right, traders, good morning. Happy Thursday. Mr. Kayvon in the building. CYC, that candle earlier? Little secret. I took a little trade there. 28 bucks. $28 rode it on down to 21 too. So starting off the morning a little green. There's some good action. The CYCC that spiked up to 34.20. Magic 20-cent area. I didn't even see any news here. Healthcare related play made a move not too long ago. Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland, Florida, in the building. So guys, this morning in small cap land, LIDAR, they're partnering with Nvidia. It looks like. Let's take a look at the news. This is a 17 million float ticker, Apollo LiDAR integrated into NVIDIA's autonomous vehicle platform. So LiDAR is going to be partnering with NVIDIA for their autonomous vehicle. So already up 113 up to 407 right now. This is where most of the hype is. If I look left here, what I am seeing is some 520 resistance on LiDAR. So I want to monitor it around that area and see if we spike up and above it, or if that's going to hold up as a ceiling of resistance on LIDR. CYCC, this morning I was up and, I only had 10 shares here and made 50 bucks. CYCC. So I'll take that. I'm happy to start the day green. A few plays I'm looking at out of the open. You guys know the hangover setups. BKR, I like this one. What was yesterday's? Kayvon had pointed out it was LEN. LEN was a good setup. That one was profit taken out of the gates. BKR, real similar looking chart here. I like the 45.50 area that Kayvon pointed out too. I got that mapped off as well, 45.50. We got way extended here off of its bottom trend. Trend's down here at like $38.9. Got real extended off of that, coming up to some resistance at 45. So I'll be looking for that one. Perhaps even out of the gates. I'd like to see if we get closer to that 45, but I may start it out of the gates. AGH is one I've been eyeballing this morning as well. AGH, that one yesterday opened around 60 cents. Spiked all the way up to 235 here in after hours. Had a crazy zombie hour move. It respected this 120 area initially, pulled back pretty heavy off of that, and then ripped right into the close in zombie hour. This is a hangover play too. If most of all the attention is on like LIDR, I said today, guys, that I want to focus more on some more boring, more profitable setups than like the LiDARs of the world, if that makes sense. Just another Mike in the building. What's going on? Just another Mike. Again, LIDR, I can't take my eyes off of it. That one I'm going to be monitoring that $5 area on it for potentially a short. Again, good news there. So it's probably going to sustain, to some degree, but it's up multiple hundreds of percent. So you just got to be mindful of that. The saying is buy the rumor, sell the news. And it's a saying for the reason. When news hits, a lot of times we see selling pressure. It's that liquidity that comes through. YYAI. This one's a very interesting play. This is crossing the 200. It had a really significant move yesterday, $1.50 up to 280. And right now it's curling back up to those highs, 270 to 280, YYAI. I kind of liked it as a hangover down here under the previous close when it was quiet. That's one of the criteria for the hangover. We want it to be quiet. We don't want bulls to come back over here. We want the traders from the prior day on the hangover to say, hey, momentum has shifted elsewhere, so we're just going to profit take, and then you get the drop. This one's up quite a bit, though. Let's look left here, YYAI. I'm seeing $4 on it. $4. Up towards 4 as some resistance. Okay, so we'll monitor YYAI for a spike out of the gates to perhaps get involved with. BKR out of the gates. AGH is real heavy. When Fades gets in here, I want to mention ANTA. Or which one is it? It's the Rich Sparkles. The Sparkle. Dude, that ticker made a massive move yesterday. I don't remember the ticker symbol. Yeah, it is ANPA. ANPA. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, $11 to 22. That one's pulling back right now. Very thin. ANPA Rich Sparkle from $4 at the beginning of the week to 17 right now on very thin volume, mind you. Okay, let's flip through some more. We got 10 minutes till the market opened up. PEGA had a big day yesterday, Kayvon. Yeah, relative to its average trading day, significant green candlestick. 52-week highs, all-time highs, PEGA. Well, no. A few years ago, it was up at 70. But I like that abnormal candlestick that it put in yesterday, PEGA. Look at that volatility. Shot down to 39 up to 58. All right, let's continue through the list. FFAI was a hangover miss yesterday. That was a beautiful play. ABVX, the one with the phase 3 trials yesterday. I was trying to get this one to see if it would profit take. Dude, we're floating up here on ABVX. From $10 up to 70. We're floating up here. It's trying to hold. It's got that positive phase 3 trials. It's trying to hold. I may take a stab at it again today to see if we do get that profit take. Some profit taking. But we got 68. You can clearly see 68 was a level of resistance. It got over it towards the close yesterday, and now it's been holding as support. You see, I actually can see this yellow line here. It's right at that area, 69. So I'd like to see this one even profit take today. Back really down to like 60 or lower. Is what I'd like to see ABVX. So I gave it a shot yesterday. It curled back around. I may stab at it again today before blacklisting it. UAVS, this one had a strong climb over the last week, even in pre-market this morning. It looks to be testing its 200-day moving average. It's a military drone company. The drone companies have been getting some hype behind them off of some government contracts. All right. Yeah, AGH, I almost took this one in pre-market this morning, like 190. I really like this hangover. This is real similar. You guys remember yesterday when we were trading what was the ticker we banked on? It wasn't OPEN. Anyways, 220 was the major resistance on it. And I'm seeing something real similar with AGH. AGH was kind of in that head and shoulders pattern. Very similar to that play yesterday. If you guys remember, remind me. I go flip through so many tickers. That's why you can't marry these things, because you forget them an hour later. Yeah, AGH, this one, nice trend, but it is head and shoulderish. And then volume has shifted elsewhere. So this is what happens. I mean, it kind of looks ascending triangle-ish, but we got the shoulders up here at 220s major on it. Love that magic 20. We've been fading since down to 160. So AGH, I would like to get involved here. It's up from 59 cents. But I really need, something, some kind of a spike to get involved with that. IXHL, similar story. IXHL, there's going to be potential in this one too. IXHL, this one's been getting really short squeezed. We should look at the short interest here, IXHL. Let me go ahead and do that. IXHL's up from like 20 cents. Oh, it was G Pro yesterday. Yeah, let me show you guys that. Short interest. is 5.62%. IXHL. Yeah, from 20 cents up to $1.40 this morning, but you know, we got some shorts underwater here. It's tapping the 200-day moving average. I'm certainly not interested in a long, especially up here at some upper wicks on the daily, up in the 120 to 130. Let me see where we're at relative to 120. 120 is going to be like 140 could even be the risk guide. It's tested that out 4 or 5 times here in pre-market IXHL. We could risk that 140. We'll see how that one's going to open up, because it's been on a tear for the last week. 20 cents up here to the 200-day up to 140, but longs could forget about it and move on to something else. AGH in relation to G Pro. Let me show you guys. All right, yeah, G Pro. God, this was such a beauty. Yeah, here's the head and shoulder-ish. Up head at 270, and then the left and right shoulders were at 220. Neckline. Once it cracked $2 neckline, yeah, it was a solid short from there. And then AGH this morning, similar-ish. Not a very defined head on it. They come in all shapes and sizes. Come in all shapes and sizes. But, all right, so that's the main watch this morning, guys. I'm going to be monitoring. LIDR is our leading gapper, partnering with NVIDIA. $5 resistance is strong there. If that one gets a spike out of the gates up towards 5, I'm probably going to get involved with a short on it. That's what I'm looking for there. Otherwise, just letting the trade come to me, not trying to force any action, letting her come to me. YYAI just got rejected hard on that double top. YYAI rejected hard on that double top. 270s. Fades, what do you think about this one? It's not a bad play. It's not a bad looking play here. I want to see how YYAI is going to open up. I may take the short there against the 280s. BKR is a hangover setup, more of a larger cap play. 45.50 is that resistance that I like, but it put in an abnormal candlestick yesterday relative to its normal trading day, but coming up right here to some resistance at 45. And then AGH I'm monitoring. AGH for a continual fade today. I really would like a pop to get in more into that one. UAVS, there's volatility, good volume there. There is a trade. I don't see my edge present on it quite yet, but it's kind of grinding up. And then IXHL perhaps against 140. And then ABVX fades. I am kind of watching ABVX. If we crack back under that 68-ish level, it looks heavy right now. Crack under that 68 and start profit taking a bit. All right, let me load up the watch list on Trade the Pool. But you remember fades yesterday? I was like, dude, I am focusing on some of the more boring plays out of the gates today. More boring and profitable versus the, for lack of a better term, the hoe of the day. All right. BKR. Got just about a minute till the market opens up. LIDR, YYAI. That's a good one. Yeah, we got a few good plays here, guys. LIDR, Clear King. Yep. AGH is hungover, pumped on offering news. Okay. And Mike already up in pre-market on LIDR. Good work. Yeah, ride the long, then ride the short. Why not ride both sides of it? Okay, that's the watch list. That's the main watch list out of the gates. ABVX I'll load up too. Let's let them come to us, guys. Don't force any action. And size appropriately. Emmanuel in the building. Let's get the party started. Woke up just in time, Emmanuel. LIDR, let's get her up to 5. Euphoria is what I'm looking for. It's already up a lot. YYAI, looking for that. Needs to get under the previous close, 250 in VWAP. 250 in VWAP. BKR hangover, I may stab at that out of the gates. AGH, I'd like a pop to get involved there. UAVS and IXHL. Some good plays today, guys. ABVX too. Man. I got you. Oh, there's a lot of action going on. All right. Five, four, three, two, one. I know the stream's delayed, but let's get it going. ABVX looking a little heavy. ABVX is looking a little heavy. It's got about a point spread, it looks like, to it. LIDR is going to be that main play out of the gates. Good morning, Perfect Fall. LIDR going to be that main play out of the gates. Ideally, we rip out of the gates, because if we dump, it may try to find its feet and do like a red to green move. Ideally, we get that pop out of the gates. That's more of what I'm looking for. BKR, I'm seeing if I can get involved with that one. She's kind of slow right now. BKR, I may get involved with that one. Just throw something on it. Sprinkle a little bit on it. $45.50 would be the risk for me on this. Yeah, I'm gonna throw 25 at it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the stop at around that 45.63. That's fine. Okay, stops in place. BKR. I'll get involved there. See if we can profit take and start pulling back in on that hangover. LIDR. Okay, there she goes. Halt up. All right, that's getting juiced up. There's going to be a play here. Perfect fall. Green streak ended today. Proud of myself. I stopped at my daily average. Done. Yeah, I know you were talking about that. You know, making sure you're stopped on the daily average. Didn't lose more than I can make in a day. Good. Yeah, imagine if you would have stayed here. You know, this wouldn't have been too good, right? If you would have just stayed involved there. BKR slow. Let's get that one heavy. It's heavy under the previous close right now. YYAI is holding up. AGH, if she gives us an entry, like when she might be given an entry, AGH. I think this is going to be hard for this thing to reclaim some of these levels. For AGH, I am very interested in a position there. Oh, it's got a decent spread to it. I don't really like that spread. Got like a 6-7 cent spread. IXHL popping up a little bit. That could be providing an entry as well. May take IXHL against like the 140s. I'm going to take IXHL, just a single entry here. 129. Stop for me is going to be like 142. All right, setting stops across the board, but getting involved in a few. ABVX, dude, spiking. Phase 3 trials, ABVX, bouncing off of its previous close. James, what happened? Something happened. Oh no, did you fat finger? UAVS, that one did dump 360s to the 20s. So that one did dump. Okay, BKR spiking up just a little bit. Involved with 2 right now. I got stops on both of them, so I'm not too worried. And then LIDR, I mean that's the main play, which makes it tricky, right? It's going to be the action on it's going to be a little tricky. Guys, stay tuned in here, by the way. I got something for you at around 10:30. Got something for you around 10:30, so stay tuned. So LIDR, when we look left to predict right here, what we're seeing is we're seeing some resistance up towards 520s. I see that level like way back here in May of a few years ago. A lot of consolidation right there, and then a couple upper shadows there. Now again, we are on good news, but $1.13 to 474. A lot of FOMO action coming into this name. A lot of FOMO coming into LIDR. A lot of market orders. Most traders are here. It's going to be a little tricky to trade. So when they're tricky to trade like this, what often is a good idea is to like scale down. If you plan on, let's say 500 shares, go 100, 100, because it's easy to get stopped down on some of these names when it's overcrowded. You get manipulated action. AGH still looking heavy. Man, I might have to throw something at AGH. All right. I'm gonna look at the scan too, and see if we're missing anything. SLDP spiking up. SLDP $4 to up to 450. Oh, that's way off the trend. SLDP is a play. All right, I might have to load up SLDP. LIDR opened up 460s, pulling back a little bit right now. Again, I like the $5 area there. It's gonna be a tough one to trade, guys. It's just gonna be a tough one to trade. A lot of traders involved here. So SLDP is one I'm monitoring as well. Got a big morning spike to it. SLDP, I'm probably gonna start taking a position here. I'm going to start SLDP 450. Starting that one. And then LIDR. I wouldn't mind starting that one either. It's gonna be a tough one to trade. All right, in 3 right now. BKR, IXHL, SLDP. Just a starter so far, SLDP. LIDR, I mean, it could be. Is it going to gravitate up towards 5? That's the question. Is it going to gravitate up there? AGH is popping up, might be given an entry. YYAI is curling up and around. Yeah, YYAI, there's something there too. There's a lot going on right now, guys. Trap longs into the halt, you think, LIDR? It seems a little heavy against that area right now. Could be heavy, but a little tricky. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. That's why I'm a little hesitant right now. Because we could see it do perhaps even another fake out breakout over that level. This is reminiscent of yesterday. All right, SLDP is pulling back. Took the starter there. It's annoying. The one I take a starter on is the one that's working out. That's typical. LIDR at $4 right now. Yeah, some long chat rooms out there are, I mean, they're still hanging out. They're still hanging out maybe around YYAI is getting a little spike up through some resistance from the previous day. Man, there's a lot to look at. All right, YYAI. I think there's good potential there. I could see this ticker doing a green to red move. Very curious what she's going to do. A spike up. I still may be getting involved there. Okay. LIDR trying to hold $4 right now. Heart Tree, did the live stream halt? You guys let me know. You having trouble with the connection? It could be my end or yours. SLDP pulling back. All right, SLDP into the 430s. Stream's good on Doug's side. All right, I'm involved in 3 here. SLDP, I mean, look, this is why I'm glad to have not been so tunneled on LIDR. That's what they want you to do. They want you to be tunneled on that name. So we saw SLDR popped up and got taking advantage of this one. I'm happy about that. Let me see if this thing flushes under the 30s. I'll probably have to just take it off. I only got a single entry here. I'd like to scale out of it, but I don't have the sizing to do that. All right, so I'll take it all down there at 430 SLDP. So just padding the wallet on the day at the moment. Up 53 on the day so far. Let me go to my working orders and cancel that stop. I didn't have a stop on that one. Okay. All right, just IXHL and BKR right now. What's LIDR doing? LIDR in the 380s. I mean, if you guys started the short, it makes sense. You know, I'm just a little hesitant on the leading play of the day. I'd rather it just form some kind of a pattern first before I start getting involved there. I mean, it kind of started forming higher upper shadows and getting kind of weak. Cracking under 4. James, I didn't see what you did. What just happened? You said the worst thing happened to you. What happened? Worst thing happened to you. I'm sick. Yeah, what happened, James? Take a look at your chat response. I didn't see what happened. PEGA, good work there, Kayvon. BKR is starting to pull back in that hangover, so that's good. It kind of looks like it's confirming for us. I may get a little bit more of a position here on it. Thinking about it. IXHL coming back down to its open. Green across the board right now. Happy about that. And then LIDR 390s. Yeah, it's still tricky. It just doesn't feel like that one's going to move in one direction quite yet. It's going to bounce and play around for a little while. Okay, let's look at the scanner, see what's moving. MVIS at highs, 150 to 160. SGMT. SUGP went from 80 cents to $1.20. Magic 20-cent area, Doug. SUGP up towards 120 and pulled back off of that. There's a lot to... The last couple days, there's been with the Wall Street bet guys out here. It's been a lot to look at. LIDR reclaimed to highs to get involved with it. It might have got deleted, James. I don't see it. SLDP's making new highs. Might be given another entry up here. SLDP. LiDAR's looking kind of heavy right now. If you guys are working that, good job. SLDP pulled back. Did it halt up? Solid Power. No, she's still making a leg on up right now. Solid Power. I might have to stab at her again, guys. It's kind of stabilizing right here. I want to see more Euphoria, SLDP, then re-stab at it. Man, IXHL is not selling off. Guys, I'm going to reduce the risk on IXHL down to like 135. If it just starts climbing up, making new highs, I don't think I want to be involved with it. And then similar with BKR. BKR, if it wants to have another leg up today. Probably going to be done with BKR. It started pulling back and looking heavy. Let me set I'll set a stop on it just above 45. There we go, just over 45. All right, SLDP sitting up here very silently at 460s. And then LIDR back up to 406. James, you captured a whole point on the long side, then try to go short. That's the right idea. You try to be objective and take the long and short of it. Computer shut off, rebooted, and it didn't get you out. Oh my gosh. That's a nightmare story, James. I mean, did you made a point and then you lost a point, so pretty much break even, or did you size up a little heavier? All right, SLDP is in the 70s now, but the thing is, it's like, let me check the short interest on this thing. All right, go to FinViz, type in the ticker, and then I go down and take a look at the short interest. Yeah, 10.71. It kind of felt like it was trading like that. SLDP in the 470s now. All right, LIDR. See, there's a I mean, I called this exactly how we're seeing it. It's just going to be manipulated on both sides. This is where all the traders are. Makes it a difficult trade. I mean, we could take the short on these pops against that morning spike if we do, like Fade said, if we have longs trapped up in here into this halt. This could be an opportunity to get involved. I'll throw a little bit at it. And that's my idea on it. I'll throw a little bit at it. Not going to risk a lot here. And the idea is on this perhaps sloppy second pop, you know, we're going to be met with some resistance from longs that could be trapped into that halt, into that morning spike. So far, that theory is working out. Yeah, LIDR, I just wanted to be a little more patient on this name with the increased risk here. And of course, sizing down appropriately for it. Alright, I can kick back here for just a little bit. Let me look. LIDR. That was a hard reject on that pop. Pop up to 430s. Hard reject. It's got 375 now. Some support though. It's red on the day now. So the open is a detailed area of resistance and support. The open's right at like 403. So that's a key area on the long or short side that you got to be mindful of. I mean, I think we could reject again after that pop. I think we could see longs panic out and we could test the lows and potentially halt down, head towards like 350 or lower. My risk on it's going to be like that 450 area though. Yeah, it's tragic, James. I'm sorry to hear that. The computer shutting off on you like that, just awful. Hate to hear that, especially when it's just not your doing. Oftentimes, it is our responsibility. That time, not so much. Couldn't do really anything about it. Especially like some Microsoft computers, like auto update themselves. I've heard of nightmare stories with that too. Like some people Windows, their computer just wants to update like immediately after they take a sizable position on something. All right, we're back over the open on this. I just got stopped out of IXHL. IXHL, yep. Stopped out of that one. Nearly break even on it. BKR's just been going sideways, so I reduced the risk on that one. And then LIDR, I'll take a stab here, but I don't want to risk a lot, and I really don't want to tunnel in on this name either. Let me, like 455 stop, small size. I think I could get a point, honestly, out of this name, which would be $50. It'd be not too bad. 455 will be the stop. All right, stop's in place. Let me refocus elsewhere for just a little bit. TMC's at highs. TMC's been bouncing off of VWAP. It's a metal play. Metal play. IXHL still trying to hang in there. There's really like, I mean, FFAI, the hangover yesterday just spiked up through resistance. And now it's got 320 support, FFAI. It's honestly not a terrible long against that 320 support now. Here's LIDR trying to get a little pop. I'm really probably sticking with that single entry and just kicking back with this. I don't want to focus too much on this name. FFAI, you know, nice spike this morning. 320 is kind of that breakout area it just had. That could hold us some decent support. Took that one off the watch list and just got a little spike back up. Everybody's focused on LIDR. There's nothing else moving. There's nothing else out here spiking up. All right, YYAI. I have been real interested in this name. It just did a liquidity sweep over $3. I may start YYAI, guys. I may do it. YYAI against the highs. It's got a little spread to it. Why every... Sorry. Sound effects brought to you by Avery Day Trading. God, this happens to me very often. I'm like about to take a trade and then they just dump 20, 30 cents. I saw this, dude. When I looked at this thing, she looked juiced up. So a lot of traders were liking it too. Volume was slowing down. Yeah, it's kind of a sleeper day so far, but yeah, when you see a good play, you gotta jump on it. YYAI, I still like it, but I hate that I didn't get a good entry on it. Man, this is aggravating. All right. How's the green team doing? You guys doing good? LIDR is back under 4. Just kicking back there. Kicking back with BKR. YYAI would have been lovely. But I don't know. We got to wait for a better entry there. It looks to me like she may go green to red on the day. If we can get a pop-up into like the 280s, into that consolidation where we have longs trapped, that could be a good play. LIDR in the 80s now. Let's get her testing like the lows on the day, 370s. Yeah. See if we get some panic going on here. LIDR. Panic, panic, panic. Mike got a trailing stop on LIDR short. What do you get it at? I think I'm going to take it on a flush under the lows. It looks like it's about to crack. But then that's when they squeeze it higher. So that's support right now. I may try to bounce it. I may take it and then hit it again on a pop. Let me see what she's going to do here. It looks primed to snap. It's kind of slowing down a bit. And there's the snap. All right, snap attempt. I'll take it at 383 for now. If we are going to spike here, I'll get re-involved with it. Okay, YYAI may be given an entry. LIDR is probably good for you guys for a little bit of a fade. I didn't have it large enough entry to stick around. All right, YYAI, I'm going to try to maybe get involved here to 80. probably not going to happen. Maybe 274. I'll try to get involved. I like YYAI against the highs. Let's see if I can get involved there. I'm way off of really where I want to be. That's the sucky part about this. Okay, I did get my entry on it. 274. I'd like it to stay heavy against its consolidation zone, like in the mid 290s. I'm going to put a stop on it. Up towards 3, but it does move kind of quick, so just be mindful of that. BKR really hasn't given much of anything yet. And then LIDR in the 60s. Good work there, guys. Still looking heavy. Pulling back in a little bit, sitting on VWAP. She may try to get a little bit of a bounce there. The YYAI, maybe because it's got AI in its name. Yeah, perhaps. I like that little elevator down move. I'd like it to stay heavy there. Not climb up here. Okay, with LIDRs in the 370s, maybe trying to bounce off of VWAP. Let's flip around, see what else is going on. IXHL testing the 140s. Man, it is kind of a quiet day, isn't it? Cole's trying to get another pop. CSKSS. You guys see the AEO, American Eagle? That play trying to... It had a female actress representing the brand online. Was the reason for this spike. Yeah, BKR is not entirely pulling in. All right. I think BKR I'm just gonna take off. It's kind of invalidated for me. Yeah, BKR I'm just taking off. It's not entirely doing what I wanted it to do. So right now just in YYAI, which has slowed down quite a bit. I'd like that one to get continuation on the panic and then go green to red on the day. That's what I'm eyeballing there. LIDR still heavy. Let's see what she's doing right there at VWAP. Getting a little pop off of VWAP, but very little pop. Volume has died a lot. It's going to need a big chat room pump to come in and lift her up, which they're out there and they're ready. I believe that. They're out there and ready. So if there's nothing else spiking, they could revisit something like the LIDR. And looking at the scans, not much else is going on right now. Let's look at everything. Yeah, not much. James just sitting back watching, feeling a little tilted. But good job waiting. Shouldn't trade while you feel that way. Good job. Yeah, there are times when I get tilted and keep trading. It's not a good idea. So good work there. And Fades is spot on with that comment. But guys, have you guys nailed some of these? I mean, LIDR was decent. What was the other play we got? SLDP was all right. SLDP's been pulling back again off of that 477. I was very close to hitting that again, but it was like stabilizing up there. It was very strange. It's one of those power tickers, power companies, and sometimes they just power through. Like we've been seeing with this ticker over the last 20 days. Just powering through. It's got that solar power or something. AGH is looking good still. AGH for a hangover. I mean, this is a boring, slow play, but it gave that pop up there, 185. It's just a little spready. I think it's tightened up, though. It's very slow. I could see this thing pulling back quite a bit on the day. I'm still interested in AGH. It's got a 3-cent spread here. Yeah, I could see AGH pulling back really down towards like 120. It'd be a slower play, but I could see it happening. YYAI still heavy, coming under VWAP. See if that one goes green to red on the day. And then LIDR trying to hold 370s right now. May just take the loss and call it. Might be a little emotional. Yeah, what tends to happen is especially after something like that, what tends to happen, at least for me, is I start seeing setups that might not even be that good, and then I try to oversize to make back what I lost, and then I end up losing more, digging yourself deeper in a hole. So ends up not working out too well. So you're wise to it. FFAI, that one's been trending higher. 320, that's the support level. We went over that. I don't call long plays out very often, but that's not looking terrible. If BKR fades all day after my exit, it's going to annoy me. AGH at 160. Fade, what do you think? I mean, I'm very tempted in on this one. The setup's really good. I just hate getting involved at an entry I don't necessarily want. If that makes sense. It's a little far off of really where I'd like it. UAVS, kind of heavy as well. Maybe a play under VWAP here. It's kind of bear flagging up under VWAP. UAVS. Yeah, AGH in the 155s now. Yeah, so, I spot these plays. Is it an entry I really want, That's the question, because you got to base it off of the risk. It's like, I see these good setups, but I don't have exactly the entry I want, and then the risk is going to be up here towards the previous close, which is 190. So that's what I try to weigh out if I'm not getting the entry I want. How far is the risk off of the reward? Because YYAI is like, well, I know where the risk is in that mid 290 consolidation area. So that makes that a decent play. It's the only thing I'm involved with right now. LIDR, not really surprising. There's nothing else going on, so longs and shorts are going to be battling that one back and forth. So guys, in 20 minutes, I'm going to be over on Trade the Pools channel. So I'm going to put a link down there, and you can head over there when I head over there. Just going to hang out with those guys for a little bit and go over some plays on the day. But there's a link to it. I'm going to head over there in about 20 minutes. I want to see if we can find something else, though. Green team, let's get good and green. Good and green. LIDR, she's up to no good. Up towards $4. Kayvon, in large cap land, what are you trading? Curious what you're trading over there. And Emmanuel, your NVIDIA, Tesla, how are they doing? So Tesla sold off because they came out with news that it was earnings. They had like bad earnings. Their cash flow or cash in the bank was way less than expected. All right, FFAI, that one's pulling back off of 360. CRCL, you took that one. Nice. Yeah, yesterday was pretty choppy. Today the crack is on. And then Pega's going sideways off of the previous close. AGH fading. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, AGH, it's a good one. It's a good one. Are you working at fades? UAVS still heavy. Drone ticker. Kayvon MVCR long potentially perhaps. That one 1650 down to 1350. Going for the catching the knife. Yeah, it can be randomly a little bit choppy. Yep. Yeah, not the cleanest setup so far. I mean, this ABVX could start coming back in. Again, I don't want to like marry that idea that this thing is going to profit take if it's just going to hold up here, up 7 times, 700%. But I mean, it's still kind of eyeballing it. ABVX. IXHL hit resistance in the 140s. I mean, that one could start pulling back in a little bit. The take profit, stop loss buttons were selected. Didn't let you take the trade. All right, YYAI, yeah, strange. YYAI pulling back in 260s, low 260s. Still kicking back there. Man, this is not shaping up to be. What did Perfect Fall say yesterday? He said, stairs up, elevator down on the account. Feel like I'm taking the stairs up the last 3 days. And today. Gotta minimize that elevator. It's at a 200 max loss right now, so. God. Alright, I'll look at the scans. Do a little flippy action. Let us know what you guys are looking at or trading. Any potential plays. FFAI, I mean, there's still good volatility, good action here. It could be a good long against 320, that breakout area from the other day. 320 could hold up. It's an setup. But that's really all I'm seeing right now. Like maybe C plus, like C minus, C minus setups. But let me know if you guys see any A plus. CYCC, what a beaut in pre-market. MG in here, that's something you would have caught too. UAVS still snapping, man. Look at this gorgeous looking bear flag on UAVS. Snapping, man. That's a good looking bear flag. I mean, so UAVS, how low can we go on this thing? It's coming down to its previous close at 295.6. LIDR still hanging in there. Holding VWAP as LIDR. AGH under 150 and hold is golden. Yeah, that looks golden. It just went kind of red on the day too. The open was $1.60. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling too. I like it, but man, I hate shorting like at support and at lows on the day. Kind of not my style, but I do like it. Yeah, guys. I mean, most of the volume's still LIDR, and it's as predicted, just chopping around longs and shorts on both sides of it. IXHL. I mean, that one's still squeezing, guys. Up to $1.50 right now. So they're still in squeeze mode. IXHL. I mean, I've heard from some chat rooms out there like there's big players here that are getting squeezed, like million share positions. IXHL, because on these little penny plays, I mean, people get overconfident and cocky. Definitely on the short side too. So IXHL. I mean, you could ride the long wave too. That thing is still in squeeze mode. Yeah, Mike. We called that out together. Trading the king of the day in range is a chop trap. Yeah, exactly. Let it confirm. Yeah, I'm glad we were a little patient on that one, guys. I'm fairly happy with that. And try to focus a little elsewhere. Kept it in view, but didn't marry it. Because oftentimes, like we've said in here, the boring plays are the more profitable ones. We're not missing anything. It's just turning out to be a meh kind of day. ABVX on its VWAP again. James, YYAI short at 238 at 5 p.m. yesterday. Got your 10 cents, dude. Good job closing that out before the morning rep. Right, that's what I'm looking for too, Fades. Can we get a little pop AGH to get involved with? Because we could have some shorts cover here, and this thing pop up to like 175. And then that's where other shorts like add to it, where we can hit it, where longs are looking to get out. I really like the backside plays. I know we call ourselves in here the backside boys. And we call it for a reason. I mean, those are more the predictable plays. As traders, like, I think you know, some may disagree with this, but over time, as you progress in your trading journey, like open yourself up to trading more hands than just one. You know, don't fold every hand just because it's not a pocket a setup. I love the backside plays, and maybe apply more risk. You know, put more chips on the table for those hands, for the hangovers and backside plays. But if there's a beautiful looking descending triangle, I'm going to take it. Like that UAVS bear flag, you know, gorgeous. Like, why not take it? Volume slowing down. It's a gorgeous bear flag. But guys, in 10 minutes, I'm going to be over on the Trade the Pools live stream. So I want the green team to head over there. Hopefully we're still going to be looking for some plays. That's my plan, at least. We'll see what they got going on. FFAI pulling back. SLDP, that sloppy seconds push was good. I mean, that would have been decent, 470s. LIDR, still kind of heavy, but it wouldn't surprise me if a chat room came in and tried to pump that up. And then my only trade right now is YYAI. I mean, still in that for a slow fade on the short side. And then I know Fades is in on AGH. It's a really good setup, too. It's right near its open price. Detailed area of resistance support. So 1 second, guys. I'm gonna hit the head real quick. I'll BRB. I want everybody in here making money. It's the green team for a reason. Everybody in here making some moolah. We're going to do everything we can in here to make sure of it. Okay. YYAI. I don't know. I may just invalid this one. I don't even know if I'm going to get 10 cents on it. 274 is my average. I'm going to reduce the risk on it before I go over to the Trade the Pool. Here, I got a link for you. I'm about to head over there and in about 5 minutes. So I don't know what it's going to be like. I mean, I want to help. I want to keep calling out plays for you guys, but I'm new over there, so I will be, you know, going over whatever they want me to. Big dog Kevin. Yeah, I mean, you guys are coming along, man. You guys are coming along. OPEN is at highs. OPEN. Too funny. Good stuff. All right. Let's flip through some of the scans real quick. But man, it's shaping up to be a little slow of a day. LIDR's trying to hold VWAP still. Keith, been wondering where you've been, man. Missed you, Keith. We're just going to head over to the Trade the Pools channel and go over some plays over there in just a few minutes. I'll put the link down in just a second. Yeah, nothing sticking out too much. Nothing sticking out too much. You know, it sucks when you come to the market so equipped. You put on your armor. You're ready to go. It's like, I'm ready for battle today. And then nobody shows up. You're like, well, this kind of sucks. Spent all this morning, in preparation, warming up, drinking my coffee, doing push-ups. I mean, we've gotten a little action. I'm up about $60 on the day. I mean, that's it. But that's been the last few days. I'm like, I keep having these stare-up kind of days. But you'll take what the market gives. I'm here. I'm ready. Present me some action. Been so busy, Keith, getting that moolah back up. I missed you in here, man, Keith. Keith is the life of the party in here. So LIDR still holding VWAP. There's action there. It's a little less predictable action at this moment. When we look left to predict right, what I see is $5 up there as good resistance. Right now, if you're taking a trade here, the risk can't, it could be up there. You have to start sizing small. Right now, it's not bad against the open. The open's right around up and over 4. So that could be the risk guide of trading it here. But I'm not so confident in this one. Right here. Dialed in for real. Yeah, you got to be, man. Yeah. With this summer trading. Dude, this summer trading has been brutal. It's been brutal if you don't have discipline. I know you guys will agree with that. We've had weeks of insanity in here. That's why they say, the stock market, at least, it can be more irrational, longer than really you can even ever anticipate. So, always know what you're going to do. Have your response ready. Because when you get these meme takers popping up and all these diamond hand guys that are thinking they're going to go GME style, and they have absolutely no predefined risk at all, and then they get involved in KSS at the top. They get involved with KSS at open over $21, and they're like, I'm a long-term investor in Kohl's now. Kohl's is only good for Amazon deliveries at this point. But hey, I believe in their future. All right, let's flip through the scans, and then, guys, I'm about to head off. Let me put the link down here. You guys, I'm only going to be over there for like 20-30 minutes. Here's the link to Trade the Pools live stream. And I'm about to hop over there. So I'm going to end this stream and head over there. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Head on over there for a few minutes. Show some support. Represent the green team.